I'm here with Erwin Lamy, who just won his game against Benjamin Wijk. Erwin, congratulations. You now co-lead the tournament on 2.5 out of 3. And today, beating your compatriot on his return after many years to Wijk, was that a special one?
Yeah, it was a special one because I know Benjamin very well, of course. We played many games and it's been years that I've defeated him. We made a lot of draws. He beat me here once in the big group. I think maybe even the last time he played here. So it's nice to get a win in. It was an interesting game, I think, where we tried to outwit each other in the opening, and eventually I won a pawn somewhere, and yeah. Well, won.
You planted your bishop all the way into his camp. A pawn made its way to c6. He gave up the exchange, and did you feel the material advantage?
Yeah, at that point I was very confident, also because he was very low on time. I mean, he was almost relying on increment at that point, and the position, I mean, it's just getting so complicated at that point. It was just impossible. I mean, I made a few normal moves, but just with 30 seconds, it was impossible for him to. So he very quickly collapsed on the F file. I started attacking there, and it just very quickly collapsed. So it was mostly a case of time, I think. Well, in combination with that pawn on c6. I think I was better, but I think his time trouble sped things up a little bit. Yeah.
It looked like a very convincing game. A second win in a row. As I said, you're on 2.5 out of 3. I imagine a start you're happy with.
Yes, but I also know that the tournament is very long, always, if I can say. So not cheering yet, but I'm happy with how it's going. I'm enjoying myself. It's great to be back. It's always great to play here.
You have played here. I think we talked about it on the first day. You've been here 25 times. I'm not sure
something
if you counted.
Yeah.
The players, they keep getting younger and younger. And the challengers, I mean, I look around and it's like...
Yeah, I see an 11-year-old boy running around. Yeah.
What does it feel like to you? You've been here so long. I mean, Faustino wasn't born by,
Yeah, you get used to it. First you play somebody who is, who I double in age, then it's triple, and now it starts to go towards 4 times. Quadruple, yeah. So it's, you get used to such things. But it's nice to play the young players, because they play a bit differently. And it's interesting to see this clash. I like the challenge.
How do you think that they play differently?
Well, they are raised differently from, angels, etc. They're so much better now than they used to be. So, and that influence, I think, play a lot. Also, the top players of these days, I think, are much different from let's say, even 10, 20 years ago. So, that makes it interesting.
Do you feel that, you talked about it, this tournament is very long, you've played it so many times. Do you feel that experience of how to manage the tournament maybe gives you an edge over the youngsters, the newcomers?
I hope so. I would also like just that energy of an 11-year-old, but I do think that I understand better now when to go for it and when to maybe take it a bit easier and try to pick your fights a little bit here and there. Some tournament strategy. I used to just go every game, and now it's a little bit more. Try to be a bit more smart in that way. Yeah.
I think that's very interesting what you're saying, and I'm curious. how do you manage? I'm curious. What does a day in the life of Erwin Lamy during Tata style? What does your typical routine look like?
I like to sleep a lot, just to rest a lot. Preparing is, of course, it's not a very exciting story. Preparing is a big part of it. But mostly, get time to relax because the games are very long, and if you need to jump into the next game, for me, that's a bit too much. I have to at least unwind a little bit after the game. So I like to go to a good restaurant here, enjoy some good food, with some many people.
We actually talked about this with some players about restaurants in Wijk, especially this year we have so many newcomers. And you are the perfect person to ask. Where should they go? Where is good here in
My two favorites are Klein Zwitserland and Sonnenbank. They are my favorite, but in generally, Tarantella is nice. I can eat anywhere here, but those 3 would be my go-to.
The triangle.
Yes.
And finally, you've been here many times as a player, but also as a second with Anish, among others. And I'm curious, do you work with a second as well? or do you prepare by yourself?
I'm being helped a little bit by Thomas Beerts here.
Okay.
Well, he's not here actually, but he's been helping me on site. Last year he did it as well. He's my teammate from Apeldoorn. Well, he's played here. People know him, of course. And he's been a good help, so that's very nice. It's nice to have someone there rooting for you and also sending you some files, and that's nice.
Fantastic. Well, Erwin, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Congrats again on a great win, and best of luck.
Thank you.